we're Hebrew Israelites. We come out here every week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked place in America. All right, and tell you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and you're the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks about. You know, like we've been telling you, you know how we usually start lessons, we're always addressing the Akim because that's who we're speaking to. You know, it's been for a time when we came out here to speak, and as brothers have grown up in the spirit and have gone through their experiences dealing with the 2/3, we've been officially able to like go through that experience and actually come out saying that we know it's pointless to speak to you 2/3. That's why we speak the messages to you brothers. We talk amongst ourselves and edify each other, and that's who we care about. And that's who the Most High cares about. Right? You don't care about your 2/3 because, like the scripture has said, you don't obey the Most High. You don't obey order. You don't obey commandments and laws, and that's why the Most High has no dealings with you. That's why that's why we always tell you when we begin the lesson, America's great Babylon is going to be destroyed, along with 2/3 of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that are on this side, all right, because they're the Israelites. That's who the Most High chose from the beginning, that we're going to be His people, and that He gave His laws to, His commandments, and His guides, His guidelines. But like the scriptures say, you don't obey them. And this place has been, and the Most High has given us an order to condemn this place until it's destroyed, and that you're still not going to listen even up until your death. All right.
This is 2 Timothy's or 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 1. It says, "Let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor."
And you know what? We don't ask for that, but the brothers, the men of the Lord that are out on the highways and byways, they do deserve honor. But you don't give it. How do you give them honor? By listening to them.
That's it within the camps too. Like you were saying, this ain't for you 2/3, it's for the brothers that are in camps. Because you got people that are above you. You got what they call order. You got certain people that are under certain positions, and they fall into that same category. It's not just 2/3. Even brothers that are in the truth they fall into that category of disobedience. And brothers that come on the highways and the byways for edification and to admonishment, you got to be subject one to another. All right. I'll read it again. This is 1 Timothy 6 and 1. "Let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor."
Yeah, it says right there, under the yoke. You're under the order that is prescribed from the Most High. It's the dispensation of the Most High. The management.
That the name of the Most High and His doctrine be not blasphemed.
Yeah, that it be not blasphemed. And one way is blasphemed is if we don't have order. Because out in the world, they don't have order. So the scriptures where it talks about how if you compare the world to the truth, there's obviously no order in this world. There would be order if there was. You wouldn't be having men setting themselves up as they're the kings, like Esau does. You know, because really, like I said in the beginning, that as many servants that are under the yoke count
their own masters. And that word master is not talking about some it's a teacher. Because that's what that word is referring to, is a teacher. Somebody that teaches you, that's like the Gal Bashim Yahushai has sent his servants. All right, the prophets, not all are prophets. Not all are teachers. So some are just servants. Some of them hold signs. You know what I'm saying? Some of them just hold posts. They watch out for the brothers' back. All right, but not only here when we go out in the camp, many brothers say that in many camps. Not only when you come out to the highways and the byways are you supposed to put on this facade, not a facade, but you put on this image of being an Israelite. Even when you're out of this camp, you're supposed to be displaying that same light, that same spirit. When you're outside of this camp in your everyday life, applying this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, making yourself into a better person, a better man in the spirit of the Lord. All right, wisdom and knowledge and understanding shall be the stability of thy times. All right, and a lot of brothers jump on this subject because that's the truth. Within, even in GMS, there's disobedience. All right, there's attitudes, there's different things that are going on that have to be addressed and either corrected or what else comes after that? Just like you 2/3, that's what the Most High tried doing with you. He said that in the book of Isaiah or Jeremiah. How long shall I stricken you? For you shall become more and more rebellious every single time. You know. But again, this is 1 Timothy 6:1. Let as many servants that are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor. And honor, what is the word honor referring to? Respect. Right? It's just like when Peter, Yahweh Shai had a plan that he wanted to go into Jerusalem. But they knew what might happen. And Peter was like, no, I'm not gonna allow that to happen. And what did Yahweh Shai do? He rebuked him. You know, he rebuked him and said, what, get behind me, Satan? You know, because he didn't know what the spirit that was on him, he didn't know what was going on. Instead of trusting in the Lord and trusting in his teacher, because that's what Yahweh Shai was. Yahweh Shai was the teacher. He was a teacher to the Israelites in that time. It says that the name of the Most High and his doctrine be not blasphemed. Because when you start going out of order, the people watch that. So what does that give them? That gives them encouragement to attack, to criticize, you know, to criticize the scriptures, you know, to make a mockery because of our actions. It says, verse 2, and they that have believing masters, let them not despise them, because they are brethren, but rather do them service. Because and that's what all the brothers do, or are supposed to be doing to each other when we come out to the highways and the byways, and outside of the truth, is to be doing services to one another. You know? Admonishing one another, exhorting one another. The scriptures say exhorting each other on a daily basis. In the book of Hebrews. Because this place is very wicked, man. You know, our minds, we are against our own minds. We are our worst enemy. That's why we always got to constantly come back to the scriptures to know if we're falling under the spirit of the Lord, or if we're going off in our own spirit. It says, because they are faithful and beloved, partakers of the benefit. These things teach and exhort.
It's a teach and exhort, and like the brother said a minute ago, it's a big topic, because the more and more we get close to this thing, the more and more tight we want each brother. I mean, the scriptures say, "Seek out your own salvation," but we all help each other. You know, we're the only help we got in this time besides Yahweh Shai. You know, you don't, and you love that brother, like the brother was saying. That's why you admonish, you exhort, you rebuke him. So you want to make sure that you in a way you don't want him to lose. So you help him. So that's why whenever an elder or a higher ranking man that's in your camp is admonishing or telling you something, you should listen to him.
Now, even if he's not in a higher position, could be the least of the brethren. He's the more humble you are, the greater you are. So if you don't do your part, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point. That we gotta watch that, because a brother can come in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and not really be in it. He can speak Hebrew. He could be on the highways and the byways with the garment with the blue the fringes with the blue ribbon, the bordered ribbon, blue ribbon. But he was never really a real brother, because he didn't have the understanding of what a brother was. Because the people in the world, they want material. They want material. They want the things. They want that to be given to them. When you try to be like, nah, you know what, man? I think you should do this. Give them advice. They don't want advice. They don't want knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They want the shit handed to them right then and there. That's what 2/3 want. But the brothers, the spiritual brother, a spiritual man wants spiritual things. And if you ain't understanding that, then you need to reevaluate. You need to reevaluate. You know, and fast and so forth and so on, and get deeper in prayer. Because we're in these last days where getting closer to the end. Something's gonna happen, man. 2016, all kinds of stuff has been going off. You know, and there's a lot of discord amongst brethren, a lot of stuff that's going on with different camps, man. And it's saddening to see. You know what I'm saying? It's a sad thing to see that. Where's that one where it says about Paul being there's one in Romans. Something about where he's sad to see. He wished that all Israel could be saved. Oh, right here. It says Romans 10:1. Brethren, all right? The brethren, the true brethren the Bible speaks about, to you unlearned 2/3 out there and you so-called self-proclaimed Christians thinking that the brethren is talking about everybody. The brethren is talking about Israelites that are born, that are flesh and ultimately had to be reborn in the spirit, which means the renewing of a mind and to be transformed into the image of Yahweh Shai, which is his ways, his doctrine, his traditions. All right? Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
It's just nothing isn't right with their brother. And another thing, Apostle Ramlav had said a while back, you can't be having an attitude or mindset. If you don't have order now, when everything is calm, what makes you think you're gonna have order when things are serious? Because that's how it really shows that you were really true about things when it hasn't happened yet. Because when you're comfortable, when you're in a state where nothing's really happening, you don't think you have to apply it then because there's no need to, right? But that's where it actually shows. That's where sincerity actually shows in a time where it doesn't need to be shown. I'm not trying to say confusing but it's going to show in the end. That's why Elder Rama said you can't be having the attitude of being all lazy and sat back and comfortable now and having the mindset that you think you can just jump on at the last second and be serious about it.
Yeah, that's what they're in the time of Noah. The scriptures say we're going to be in the times as the days of Noah. What were those people doing all in that time? They were playing around, not taking nothing serious until that prophecy was filled, when all that rain started dropping down from the heavens. And Noah and his family went in and locked themselves up in the ark. What did they start doing? They started jump on ship. You know? So trying to probably even say, hey, Noah, I was your friend. Remember me? I was your friend. We talked every day. Hey, but you weren't doing according to the will of the Lord, though. Because you gotta have, what does Proverbs chapter 4 say? Get wisdom, but with all thy getting, get understanding. What is the application of wisdom? Knowledge. You gotta apply knowledge in order to be wise. I got Proverbs 12:1. It says, whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish.
Yeah, it's brutish. And that's why a lot of these brothers are being found out. They're brutish. They're brutes. They miss that small part of understanding that was needed to complete that order. And that's why, again, going back to that video that Ariella had made a few weeks back about your natural self. Your natural self, that was part of your natural self. Your natural self. You gotta be willing to conform yourself, well, like it says in the scriptures, be not conformed to the world, but to the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's another thing, man. People, the 2/3 and the heathen, they failed to realize that it was by Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai's authority and words and mouth that these things were decreed. That's why they didn't listen to it. Like the brother was saying, y'all 2/3 want tangible things. You expected Yahweh to come down himself and be like, I'm coming back to destroy America. Be ready. He sent men. That's how it is now. Y'all expect Jesus to come down telling you like, I'm coming back to destroy America. Now will you believe? Even though I had men telling you that y'all reading the Bible, y'all when you're reading the Bible right? That's the same thing. So we gotta be different from these 2/3. We can't be acting like that. You can tell the difference between a 2/3 and a brother. He has a better spirit. But the times are getting short, like it said in Is it First Corinthians? Times are getting short where we don't have much time. And it's better to be safe than sorry. Let's see. It's First Corinthians. First Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. You know, it's there. We just gotta get up. You know, the world is still being wicked. The world is still doing more and more wicked things. So why should we, as brothers, not work on ourselves to become more better? That's all the most. And can you get that one where it said, First Corinthians, I think, where it says, should I join the heart to a shop? Right here. 1 Corinthians 6 and 13. I'm sorry, 13. Meat for the belly and the belly for meats. But the Most High shall destroy both it and them. Now the body is not for fornication, but for the Lord. And the Lord for the body. We're together. And the Most High have both raised up the Lord and will also raise up us by his own power. Know you not that your bodies are the members of Christ? Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot? God forbid. You know, so we already know the Most High is not going to come back and save a dirty person, a wicked person, or a wicked brother. You know, but he's cleansing us right now. He's purifying us to make us clean, make us better. It's that part of the woman that he wants. Right? It said again, shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of a whore? And that's all we call it, the 2/3. They've got the mind of a whore. It says what? Know ye not that he which is joined to an harlot is one body? For two, saith he, shall be one flesh. But he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit. And the Most High, or Yahweh Shai, didn't have the spirit of a harlot or of a fornicator. Right? He said, the scriptures say that no unclean thing should dwell with him. The workers of iniquity shall not stand in his sight. You know, so we gotta, the time is short, we gotta man up. We gotta take rebuke. If it's harsh, you gotta take it. You gotta bite the bullet, so to speak. Work on ourselves. Like I said last week on the sit down we had, you know, if something is said, nothing in the truth is said without having a purpose for it. You know?
This is John chapter 15, verse 20. It says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also.
And if you keep the Most High, if the Most High keeps, or we keep Yahweh Shai saying he's going to keep us. But if we don't, we go back to being a 2/3.
But also, we're not above Yahweh Shai. Just like we're not above one of another. We're all going to be faced with affliction, with rebuke. You know, the hard parts that people try to avoid. They don't want to face. You know, they don't want to. That's why a lot of people, they don't want to come to the scriptures. They want to come to a true prophet because they'll tell them how it is in their face. They're not gonna beat around the bush with them. And that's how you can test somebody's spirit if they're really in it or not, because rebuke is a form of love, and it's not to throw you away, but it is a form of to test where you really at and who you really are. That's why Yahweh Shai says that when he rebukes you, despise not the chastening of the Most High, because the chastening of the Most High is what's gonna refine you. All right, but if you want to have the spirit of a teenager, an attitude, and do things on purpose to what is it called? You do things like a teenager would do stuff like on purpose. Like I had this guy at work. Like we got into it, and you know he chilled his ass down, but I still get the vibe that he does shit to to provoke me. I tell him not to do a certain thing, but he still does that certain thing. He's smart, so I know that's what he's doing. Those are his intents. He's trying to fucking pick at me. And there's the 2/3 are that way. They're that way with Yahweh Shai. They did it on the New Year's Eve. That's what they were doing, scoffing and mocking at the Lord, even though they don't know consciously or spiritually. That's what they were doing. They're spitting the Lord's face, provoking him, thinking that he ain't gonna do nothing. Just like that dude at work, or even brothers in the truth. They don't think another brother's watching them. And what's gonna happen at the end? It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse off than what it should have been. That's why that's what they got, what they call communication. That's why brothers are always saying, even in the world, if you're a man, talk to me like a man. Let me know what's going on. But then when you do that, what happens? They walk away with a fucking chip on their shoulder, or because you disrespected them. So that dude at work, I'm getting close to kicking his ass off the truck. You know how much more does a man supposed to take? You know, the scriptures say, "Be at peace with all men." But the man's not even correct in his ways. Yeah, he can speak sweetly with his mouth. That's what the devil does. The scriptures say that even the angels, the devil's servants, put on as appear as angels of light. Even himself. You know.
I started Colossians chapter 3, verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. For which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience.
Yeah, because a man that's wicked has those attributes, right? Yes, we all our righteousness is as a filthy rags. All right, but if you're doing stuff that's intentionally, like what they call self-will, willingly, you're going way off, man. You know, you gotta the scriptures say a just man falleth 7 times and rises back up. All right, and the wicked fall into mischief. All right, and we gotta keep fighting and fighting. But there's certain individual people that they just can't get it through their head that, hey man, I gotta man up. I'm not who I think I am. I need to not bow down literally, but I need to bow down. I need to stoop down and know my lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just like little kids, there's order. You got certain kids that are older and above other little kids, but then there might be a little kid that's younger than the older, but that younger one will put the older one in check. There's always order. There's always somebody there that's gonna do what that needs to be done, because it's not going according to order. And people hate that. And that's what y'all 2/3, that's why y'all despise the prophets. That's why you despise Yahweh Shai, because he will put you in your spot. And we're coming into those times now, in this time, 2016, when the elders brought the truth out by Abba Vivens into by the spirit of Yahweh Shai in the late 60s, 70s. That's when all this started happening. All right, that's when all this started happening. Y'all people hated it, and it's grown. Y'all wicked people's grown wax worse and worse, to the point where y'all are just be, acting all wild and stuff, man. That's what Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? Yahweh would wink at the wickedness of people. But those days are at an end now. So now he sent out his prophets to proclaim his word and to cast judgment, to let you know where you're going off. And then after that, he's gonna come from the heavens. As soon as the elect are sealed up, that's it, man. Hell's gonna break loose here. You got something?
It says, in the which you also walked sometime when you lived in them. But now you also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication.
Hey, but brothers are angry. You can't use that against a brother. All right? Because the scriptures say that be angry and sin not. It's like that's what those 2/3 are so feminine. They're like, oh, why are you yelling at me? Because you're fucking wicked. There's a reason why. There's a brother may speak to you, calmly. That's because that's the spirit on that brother. But there's other brothers that are gonna fucking just jump all over you. I mean, it's a thing that we have to take. The 2/3 won't be able to take that.
It says, lie not one to another.
Yeah, it says lie not one to another. That's talking about lying. Because the Lord says he hates a lying tongue. That's one of the 7 abominations that the Lord hates. If you're lying to your brother, hey man, you gotta check yourself. At least you be reprobate. Because we all fall, we all go off, we all mess up. But we start doing certain things that are completely contrary. There's some things that need to be reevaluated. Go ahead.
Lie not one to another, seeing that you have put off the old man.
Seeing that you put off the old man. But if you're constantly doing those same things, you're continuously doing those same things. You might not be part of that number. I'm not saying that none of us know if we're part of that number. We don't, because the scriptures say that endure to the end. Then thou shalt be saved. Basically, what is it, Matthew 24? What else? Mark 13, Luke 21, if I'm not mistaken. So you got to endure to the end, and that's when we know if we really redeemed. If we were really redeemed, when we get caught up in the chariots. Read that part again.
Lie not one to another, seeing that you have put off the old man with his deeds.
Right. Seeing if you put off the old man with his deeds. All right. And that's what Yahweh Shai has commanded. The scriptures say that the world is going to wax worse and worse. Not the brotherhood. The brotherhood should be increasing in faith and being what you call, when we come into each other's presence, to be happy. Right? Because when Yahweh Shai comes here, he's not even here yet, and he's already disappointed. You think that the Lord hasn't come and set foot to see that what's going on in the world, to see if it's good or bad? He watches. He's a spirit, man. He's been watching. So he already knows what. You don't even know. That's why we're reading the scriptures. It's showing you that his mind frame, the spirit of the Lord, that he's angry with the wicked every day. Y'all gotta understand that concept. Because I don't understand where y'all getting this thing where, like, just off the New Testament, that the Lord loves everybody. That the Lord is some fucking happy person or happy God that's up there and just taking pleasure in fucking adultery and murder and child molestations and bestiality, corruption, fucking extortion, racist, or not racist because the Lord is racist, but you got these crackers over here hating you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians like if you're a piece of shit. Like if you don't deserve to be on the earth. The only reason Esau feels that way about us, is because he doesn't have what we have. He's dead, man. He's lost. He's done. So his only way of having some form of existence and a role on the earth is to hate. Is to display violence. That's what makes him coexist or exist here on the earth. If not, he probably would have killed himself a long time ago. But the Lord ain't gonna allow that because the Lord wants to deal with him, hands-on. That hands-on, literally, because the Lord, the scriptures say he ain't gonna do it. He's gonna fuck you up just by his word and through those chariots, man. The brothers are gonna put their hands on these crackers, these Edomites, these 2/3, because the scriptures say that we're gonna take part in that.
It says, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge.
Which is renewed in knowledge. Not by the way you